Mawalis has really tried. The truth is, Jubilee is on fire.
Yeah.
It's burning.
It's burning. That's the reality. Yes. I mean, you can see from yesterday, from Friday, the Deputy President has been hitting out on BBI. You know that BBI has been the project of the President and Prime Minister.
Yes.
But again, many people are thinking that there's a possibility that actually what is happening in terms of the relationship between the Prime Minister and the BBI and the relationship with the President and the Deputy President, it could be that there is a war which is based on deception. That in fact what is going on is deception, where Jubilee is not coming out honestly and is not coming out to say, look, we have our DP as the person to watch, and for us, all this other stuff is just hearsay. Mm-hmm. The truth is, when you look and when you observe what is going on, according to me, Owalo is doing well, but Imran is ahead. Imran is actually neck and neck with our candidate of Fort Kenya. And I'm not saying that our candidate may win. No. Allow me to raise this. All these parties are actually pulling crowds. But when the rubber hits the road, there are two things that are going to happen. Number one, the elections are a month to go. In politics, it's a long time. It's a very long time. Number two, is there a possibility that the NASA fraternity can get back together and sit and talk?
At this juncture?
I'm saying, is there a possibility? If they don't, then I believe, and I'm willing to say it here, that there's a possibility that all of these political parties which were in the coalition against Jubilee in the last elections are going to hang separately. All right? So it depends on what Jubilee is going to do with the Mariga story.
It has already done something.
All right? So to me, if Jubilee funds Mariga heavily, like they have said,
we are funding.
They are
He's being funded.
Yeah,
political parties fund.
Hold on. It was said, the DP said it's going to spend 500 million in the ward.
To get
it was on Friday's paper. Okay, if it was there, but it was in the paper. It could have been, it could be gutter press. But if that is the case, whatever money they spend, my opinion is that NASA fraternity is the one that must be very careful about the seat in Kibra.
Okay.
And finally, I wanted to say that to me, what is happening in terms of our politics now, it is actually the Kibra seat is going to be the precursor. It's going to be the it's the basis on which tomorrow you are going to hear, like Mama Alisa said, if the Jubilee team wins, DP will come up and say, now I'm ready, you guys, we can even go for elections.
Yes.
If Jubilee loses, the DP will say, I was trying my luck in Kibra,
anyway,
and I can see, it's been your seat for all these years, and I'm going to go to the drawing board and we see what's going to happen. If Musalia wins,
and that's the strongest candidate, by the way, because Owalo even ran for that seat, and he only fell apart with the ODM when the ticket was taken away from him. You remember that?
Yes. If Owalo wins that seat, then we in Fort Kenya will really have to have a rethink.
Okay.
And if Fort Kenya wins, then Musalia has to have a rethink.
A rethink, okay.
Yeah, those are the arrangements.
Just briefly, yes.
Ken,
yes.
Alice has said 2 or 3 very interesting things. I think it is a bombshell is thrown on this table. But let me get a smaller one out of the way about amending the law regarding these things. But I want to say, yes, let's amend the law regarding by-elections. Okay, you are talking about something else.
Yes, political parties.
But a poor third world country like Kenya should not waste the tens of millions it wastes on by-elections. Some of them even come 6 months to the next general election. I think there is a better way we can do this by amending the law or by creating a law where there's a provision for somebody is taking over automatically, somehow, without having to go to a by-election, because it's so costly. But the more important thing is revealed, which actually is letting the bag out of the cat out of the bag, is that Uhuru and may not campaign in Kibra. That tells you a lot, Ken, and we shall not discuss it. That includes even Baba. These two fellows may not even go to Kibra. They may give it a white
They
party.
have their troops.
In terms of the handshake, and so I find that very interesting. But finally, the most interesting thing you said is two or three parties can face this thing against ODM. And that is where the thing is. I think 3 parties may have formed deliberately a hunting pack. To hunt in pack to ensure that ODM
loses.
is slaughtered. Let me say this, Ken. If I were Ruto, and I had the 500 million people are talking about, and even more or less, you know the better way to use it? Just to get Ford Kenya and give them some little money. Because they have
Split the vote.
they have missed out on the political parties fund. Get ANC and give them some little money, and then they disrupt the ODM thing.
Yes.
When you see Wetangula so spirited in Kibra campaigning, what I'm saying may not be far off the mark. It is a possibility that in order to ensure Raila loses or ODM loses, let's approach this thing by using ANC and Ford Kenya.
Okay.
Although in his own right, I must say that in his own right,
and
Owalo is a very, very, very formidable candidate. And if he loses, I would be surprised.
All right, let's take a short break. We're coming back.